I truly believe that this podium doesn't call for a speech at this late evening. But unfortunately, I have been given the task of being the keynote speaker for the evening. And I assure you that I'll conclude at the earliest possible. Guests of honors of this evening, Director in Charges of Indian School, Seeb, my colleagues on the board, Mr. Selvichan Jacob, Ajit Panikar, President of the School Management Committee, Mr. Moidu Eke, Principal, members of the School Management Committee, Dr. Alexi Joseph, Assistant Education Advisor, dear parents, fellow teachers and students, good evening. Can I hear a good evening, please? Thank you. We are merely 5 weeks away from the end of this decade. 2010 is coming to an end, and 2020s will soon begin. Let me wish you all a happy and prosperous new year and a new decade. I also wish you all, let you please or may spend your time and life mindfully with passion and purpose. As an Indian schooling system, we started our journey way back in 1975 with 135 students, 7 teachers from Indian School Muscat. And as we touch 45 years of our establishment in the Sultanate, we are a community of 46,618 students, 1,927 teachers, 545 administration staff, and we are the largest network of community schools in the Sultanate of Oman. We are foremost grateful to the benevolent and visionary leader of this beautiful land, His Majesty, Sultan Qaboos bin Saeed Al Said, and his government for the benevolence and the functional freedom this nation has given us in establishing our educational institution. I also place on record our sincere gratitude to the Ministry of Education for the wholesome, timely, unconditional support given to us, understanding our cultural and educational needs over the years. Annual Day is the most important event of any school. A day devoted out of the 365 days just for the school and for ourselves. It is also a day of review, of knowing where we stand today, understanding our strength and weakness and our opportunities, and committing ourselves for a better academic year. It is also a day of true celebration of our devotion to the school and the school's devotion towards us. A public acknowledgement of everything that is great about your alma mater and ourselves. Indian School Seeb started its journey way back in 2002, as Madam Lena Francis just mentioned, with 396 students, 24 staff, and it's been established as the 15th Indian school among our schooling system. And as you celebrate your 18th annual day, the school is standing tall with 3,433 students, 107 teachers, and 41 administration and support staff, and undoubtedly I can declare and say it's one of the most promising schools in our schooling system. I take this opportunity to also thank the School Management Committee for inviting me and my colleagues to be here, to be part and to witness this celebrity that you are having today evening. Today, as well, Havana 2019 and its glimpses is a clear reflection of what the school has attained over the last 18 years. And I congratulate the Visionary School Management Committee, the wonderfully dedicated teachers, and the self-empowered, vibrant student fraternity, joining hand in hand in creating a magnum opus today evening. We live in a world of rapid transformation, a pace that we are unable to cope up with. But as an educational institution, we must not just keep a pace, but to be one step ahead of the game. Otherwise, we fail in our commitment in preparing our children to be confident, resilient 21st century citizens. We shouldn't forget the fact that we are preparing our children for jobs that do not exist. Self-learning, skill-based learning, and lifelong learning has become a common norm across the globe. May we not forget that children do not turn to be adults at the stroke of midnight on their 18th birthday. It is a gradual process from the time of their birth till their last breath. So let us teach our children, first and foremost, how to learn, how to be a learner and a lifelong learner at it. Secondly, let us teach our children to be confident learners, in having immense faith in their abilities, in their potential to transform, change themselves and the world around them, and their capacity to love and be loved. Teachers, let us not teach our children what to think, but how to think. Our children live in a world of increasingly tantalizing distractions, and believe you me, many a times we find it so difficult, rather impossible, to wean themselves away from the superficial facets of social media. But the question is, as adults, we fail many a times in doing so. How do we expect our children to be? So we live in an era where it is all the more important that we need to take care of our mind, body, soul, our communities by and large as a way of life from the very childhood onwards. Today, children, I will leave with you 3 S and 3 C's, and I'll conclude. This 3 S will help you differentiate yourself from the rest of the world and to actualize your potential. And the 3 C's are the drivers of change for the years to come. 3 S, as my colleague just mentioned. 1, is set your own standards. In anything and everything that you do, let you have your own target standards that you and everyone around you can expect out of you. Your level of excellence, your level of success, and your set of values. And raise the bars of standards every day on a daily basis. 2, seek the truth. Earth appears to be a flat horizon. We idealize that to be a perfect sphere. Neither is a fact. Earth is somewhat like a pear-shaped, squashed at its poles, swollen at its equator. What I'm trying to say is that many a times whatever we hear, whatever we see, whatever we assume may not be the fact. Get out of the comfort zone to find the facts. And the third one is support each other. Anyone and everyone who needs your support, be there for them. Not just for your survival, but for your growth as well. 3 C's that are going to be the drivers of change. The first one is collaboration. Look at the new age business models, from Wikipedia to Uber. Every single business model operates on the power of collaboration. So it is very important that we develop our skills and ability to work and succeed as a team. Number 2, competition. Just because I mentioned that teamwork is important, we cannot forsake, give away the whole concept of competition. The point is, whom do you compete with? Needn't be with your cousins, colleagues, and classmates. You need to compete and win daily against the you that you were yesterday. The last one, community. Around the globe, in 80 days, few decades ago, is less than 3 days in the current scenario. Globalization seems to have made the world smaller and more connected. What I'm trying to say is that if you look at across the globe, across human beings, we have more similarities than differences, and that realization alone can make this world a better and happier place. Let me conclude. I will repeat what Mr. Selvich and Jacob has just rightly said here. Success is not defined by your grades, marks, or your awards. It is clearly defined by the kind of passion, commitment, and dedication that you put behind every task you undertake. And it is never a singular milestone, but a continual improvement. As a board, we are committed to ensure that every child in the Indian schooling system will undergo transformative learning, equipped with the skills, knowledge, and well-being to find their true identity and purpose in life. And I urge all the stakeholders, the teachers, parents, children, community by and large, to be the missionaries of this vision, and wish you all a good evening. Thank you.